The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
My question is, the people at Ford, the people at Hyundai, Volta, Solvay, BMW, Samsung, do you think that maybe the people that make the decisions on what things they should invest in, do you think that they might hire some smart people? Do you think it might go through a whole chain of smart people to decide if they should invest in something? If all those companies are investing in an early stage tech company, do you think you should? That's my question. We finally got it. Solid Power's all solid state platform is a revolutionary advancement. What is this? We got solid power, dude. It's just like QuantumScape. Remember that Quantum QS ticker? But the deal with this one is they're going to be coming to market quite a bit faster. It seems like they got cooler backers. The other one, I think, didn't it have just Microsoft? Maybe one or two, but I don't think it had all these. BMW, Samsung. Dude, if Samsung is backing your battery play, that's huge. Samsung is known as the battery guys. So if they need you for battery tech, that's huge. Talking about the range, why are solid states awesome? If you don't know, they're just totally next gen. They last longer. You can be faster. Not as volatile, they're smaller, reduction, you can charge faster, all that, right? This is, as far as I know, they're going to be the quickest to market for these new batteries that everyone's going to want. EVTOLs. Remember, we figured this out, that Solvay, who's investing in EVTOLs, the electronic helicopter thingies. Why are they investing in this? Because they want to use these batteries for their EVTOLs. Right? That's what they're going to use with these. Going to keep on getting bigger. We know Ford, BMW, everyone is investing in the future of electronic vehicles. I don't need to tell you all that, do I? This is the real deal, folks. They're already in making them. You can't necessarily buy them and put them in a car and make a car. You could right now, but they're just not commercially available to do that. They're still kind of testing them-ish, but whatever. I don't know. Who cares, man? This is what drives humans, the American Revolution, the worldwide revolution of technology. Cool tech that's coming out that's going to be earth-shatteringly cool. This is going to make it so you can fly a little quiet plane helicopter thing 100 miles in like 5 minutes, dude. It's only going to cost you like $45 or $65 for those EVTOLs. This is how it's all going to happen. Do you really want me to get into the confusing parts of the LMC, No, you don't want to talk about that. Auto OEMs are committed to the solid state value proposition. Yeah, of course. This is basically the battery that everybody wants, but only these guys are going to be able to provide first. First is huge. So if Ford can come out with their new Ford Mustang, I mean, give me a Mach 1 Ford Mustang. Make it insanely fast and super light. Imagine that. A lot of horsepower, but real light. Same with BMW. Maybe BMW will actually make their own Supra next and make it electric. I might look at it then. Will you? I don't know. Talking about the evaluation of lithium-ion batteries, that's basically old school now. It's basically showing about 2x where we're at. The price net of incremental value to auto OEM, they're just showing it's going to cost them a lot less too, okay? It's going to cost them a lot less. Power, they're going to be able to get up 15% more power, maybe per weight. Vehicle range is going to go up 80%. They're going to save up to 922 horsepower on maybe the current volume that the current batteries, like the lithium has. We can put the same amount of the solid power batteries in there, you get 922 horsepower. Crazy, dude. Calendar life, cost is simplified, lower cost packs, reduced warranty costs, vehicle design flexibility, charging faster, 10 to 90% faster charging. You kidding me? It's better, it's better, it's better. What all did you want to know? These guys have been around for a long time. They've actually been around since 2012 they started doing all this. BMW's actually been a buy-in since 2016. Does anyone know that logo right there? Air Force, dude. We won a $2.9 million contract back in 2014 with the Air Force to develop one of the battery technologies for their intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's crazy. Think about that. I didn't even think about that, man. How do those intercontinental ballistic missiles go and get computerized and have the mother chip in them? They got to have a battery, I guess. There you go. This is more of the volume that they're all going to be taking up. So they're saying right now there's 329 liters of space that lithium ion batteries take up for a vehicle. With theirs, you're going to get a 44% improvement of less space needed. So that means more cabin room, right? Imagine that, more headroom in a nice coupe or something. I don't know. That's absolutely massive though. A 44% reduction. How about this? The mass, the weight, 39% reduction in weight. This is going to make the cost of vehicles go down, dude. We're going to be able to get like supercar fast for probably like $25,000, $35,000, people. Here's some inside look of like the tech they've got, you know, the robots and the systems. I don't know. They basically like print them off these thin sheets of whatever it ends up being, and somehow it turns into a battery, but it looks big and expensive. I love it. This is showing compared to the rest of the folks out there, you know, even they're better than Toyota, LG. These other two companies I've never heard of, but they're doing something. They're saying they're way better. They got the cell development they're actually doing. That's what they're doing up there. And the cell production. They're the only one in cell production that also has basically solid state is what it looks like to me. So what percent are we getting here? We're getting 19%. Fine. We'll take it, right? Any number in here you could probably complain about, but what's wrong with that? What's wrong with 19%? Enterprise values, looks like we're at 1.2 billion, okay? So you're gonna get the folks like this, which is most of retail. They're gonna say, the Goldman Sachs SPAC came out and they go after a company that makes $150 million in profit a year. Wow. But it's boring and not sexy. It's terrible. It's a terrible choice is what he's saying. People think about it. Well, he's right. And then he says, DCRC goes after a company that potentially make the profit in 7 years' time. Best case scenario. Yeah, that's the kind of SPAC we're after. Expect more dilution. Capital raises, delays to the electrolytes, revenues, and SPACs being given a bad name. These companies shouldn't be public, pure and simple. Folks, if you, this is the problem with like, you know, well, 90%, 95% of quote unquote investors, they're literally looking at it as like something you can just calculate on paper. You can't. You can't. Good luck calculating cool factor. In fact, we actually know some ways to do it. How do you do it? You look at other things that have been in the same realm. You watch what they have done. That's actually how you calculate maybe how your money's going to react. Just don't be this people, you know, people think that just because, you know, positive revenue is going to come out for Costco, that it means Costco is going to go up. Nope. Has anyone ever bought a company thinking that revenue is going to go up? And it does when the quarter comes out, when the quarter earnings come out. And then what happens? The stock goes down. And you think, why? It was such positive news. I can't figure out why. That's not how you evaluate. That's not how action goes. It's not, especially in SPACs. This person is trying to invest in SPACs, but doesn't understand the whole point of them. Okay? You don't invest in SPACs thinking you're going to get like the most profitable business in the world and the stock's just going to go up. It doesn't happen that way. Good luck describing what Goldman Sachs grabbed. What was it, like a nuclear tool company? Try telling that to any normal person. Oh yeah, they make tools with electro rods that make it so that it's less radiation for people that are around radiation stuff. Would you rather invest in that or like super new tech that's going to be in the new Toyota Supra? Maybe the new Mach 1 Mustang. I want the guts, the horsepower. I want the engine of the new Mach 1 Mustang. right? That's what makes stuff rip. That's how you make money here. Stop thinking it's all about profit here, especially in SPACs, man. You guys are absolutely crazy. You're absolutely nuts. On the other side of the fence, though, you can make it about money. This is one of my favorite ways to play, is you find something in a cool sector like ESG, you know, something that might get something in the CO2 and emission reduction, solar, wind, renewable fuels, water infrastructure, maybe food, agriculture, waste remediation, manufacturing, refining chemicals. Let's just stick with the CO2 emissions, maybe solar, wind, renewable fuels, right? If we can get something in ESG, but be on the other side of the fence and just buy something that's cheap. What if you could just buy something cheap in ESG and has a really cool warrior alpha male logo, and you just bought that? Why wouldn't you just do that? What am I talking about? WARR, W-A-R-R, Warrior Technology Company. Yeah, I just sidestepped on it. I'm just saying, this is another way to look at it. You can get these warrants at like 65 cents right now or something. Hint, 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 hint. You know how many times I've lost my bootay buying really cheap warrants in cool sectors and cool targets? Never. Not one time. Do you know how many times, just like what I'm talking about back here with this dude, do you know how many times I lost money and had to learn this lesson that he still is probably never ever going to learn? That just because Costco or whoever is going to have a profitable quarter doesn't mean the stock's going to go up. Just because a company like Goldman Sachs gets a SPAC company, or a company they're going to bring to the SPAC market that's profitable, it doesn't mean the stock's going to go up. Everyone knew the Goldman Sachs SPAC target probably wasn't going to be that cool. You know, the only choice I was hoping was that it was going to be a crypto play. Then, because that's cool, it would have gone up. But no, they stayed super boring and dorky. I mean, overly dorky, like not even cool dorky. Radiation equipment and testing. Give me a break, man. Just move on. Get something cool. In fact, Riverstone Energy, y'all heard of them? Riverstone Energy, they invested $20 million in decarbonization plus acquisition, the third, which is the one we're talking about, by the way, which is for Solbard. They bought in at $10 a share. Good for them. So this was kind of like a pre-13G buy, which is fine. Did they make money on this? You bet it. You betcha. Why? Because the stock is probably more than $10 a share right now. You know, you do the math on that, they're probably up, I don't know, a couple $1 million. This is fantastic. This just came out. I thought it was kind of weird. I think what they did was they pushed the LOI out before they could even get this out. I don't think anything crazy is going on with this. I think it's cool. Just more big companies buying in with big chunks of money. Do you think that they don't know what they're doing? Maybe they are the real boomer outlookers, value investors, and maybe this guy is not. Right? Maybe they're actually looking at the 5 to 10 year plan like they should be, like their grandpa taught them. Look at the 5-year aspect, look at revenues. Maybe you shouldn't look at revenues. Maybe you should look at where they're going to be in 5 to 10 and where they're at now. There's another way to look at it. You tell me. Don't forget that there's companies like this, Freyr. This is the renewable energy storage place. I believe that, Norwegian. Based out, I was going to say Sweden, but it's Norwegian. Company battery manufacturer. Well, they're coming out to try to be a little bit cool. How are they going to try and do that? They're going to try to move some battery manufacturing to North America. Why would they do that? No matter what they say, it's to try to be cool with North America. There's no way it's going to cost less money to develop batteries in North America than it would, I don't know, somewhere in Asia. I'm not sure how they're going to be, how the profit stuff's going to go in Norwegian country, right? Norway, I don't know. Maybe their government helps them out with some sort of ESG tax incentives or something. That'd be neat though, you know, if they end up moving there. What am I getting at? This stock is pretty much floored out too. So you can even get this one, which is really cool, $10. I don't know. Will this one tank though? If you're looking at the current evaluations, it should tank. but is it cool? We've talked about a million times. I got nothing wrong with other countries, man. I love them, you know, sweet, whatever we got, awesome. The deal is, American-based companies, no matter what, always end up doing better. You don't believe me? Just look at the paper. Look at the charts. That's what I'm talking about here, people. Follow the flow, follow the trend. Who cares about evaluation? All that matters is, are most people going to be buying it or not? That's where your head should be at. Do you see the future in this solid state thing? You want to just grab this and hold it for 5 years? I mean, do you really want to treat it just like a casino where you're like, let's just get it because it's a SPAC and it's going to rip 20%. Let's get the 20% rip. I don't know. You know, this is one that's going in the grandpa account for money. Oh, grandpa's going to grab a couple thousand at least shares of these, maybe 10,000, 20,000 shares of this one. Because 5 to 10 years, I'm going to retire finally. I think I might be able to with this. You know, if this one ends up hitting $50, sweet. I'll pull out profits along the way. I'm in no rush though. Don't get mad if this jumps 100% overnight, or it doesn't, or just stays. I don't care. All right, I'm here for this is the number one in the space, the leading best battery play that all the OEM car manufacturers want and need. All the EVTOL companies, they need solid power. That's what I care about. You might say they don't have any money they're making right now, but could you take 1.2 billion and recreate what they did instantly? Nope. So now let's put value on time. Have you ever done that before? I don't think anybody who's listening probably even has. Can you put value on the time that they've already, how long has it been? Like 15 years it took them to even get to where they're at now? That's value. That's what I think is totally valuable. And they're the unicorn of the space. If you really want to talk valuations, they even showed you some, you know, versus QuantumScape QS, Luminar. You want to talk about ridiculous valuations? Ballard, Plug Power, Valadyne, Tesla, Cattle. Look it. There you go. We're undervalued. If you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed on this video, please do it. Just let me know what you're all thinking. Do you not see the macro view of this? Rolls-Royce Mini, look at all this. I don't know. See out there, I got more videos coming. I actually have a cheap warrant, 2 other cheap warrants I haven't even talked about. Cheap. I'll probably do that video today. Already released out to the fam. We're buying some up. Why? Because it's cheap and cool sectors. Cheap and cool. Buy it before it's cool. Make your money on the buy side. I'll show you how. Oh, check out this new coin I made. If you want to buy one just like this, just head to the website and click Buy Silver. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.